Guys, good evening. Welcome to this video where I'll be explaining the trades that I've taken and the technical part of those trades and the risk and reward. The first the trade that I took in is VGuard. So we can see VGuard is in very good uptrend for so many years. So after around 2017, it was consolidating in this range for nearly 3 to 4 years. And you can see after this big COVID fall, the prices went on to move higher, and as it went higher, the volumes also increasing. So the movements are high with conviction. So when you come to daily time frame, so you can actually see some big moves with big green candles, with also big green volume candles. So the convictions are high. So after just before the breakout, also you can see very good consolidation, which is confirming our view that the sellers are not at all active. If in case sellers were active, it should have been come to this level again. But since sellers were not active, it was waiting in the same range instead of coming down. And finally, recently it gave a breakout with huge volume. So since I didn't have much capital to trade, I didn't trade this in my own account. But now I have seen the what we say a pullback. The pullback has happened to the same trend line with low volumes. So usually after breakouts, the stock will test this upper trend line with low volumes and then it will start going up again. So what I did was it was an pullback with low volume, and I saw a green candle uh, when I bought actually the green candle was something like this. When I saw the green candle was something like this, but I think the selling came in the afternoon, making it an inverted hammer candle. But still, no worries. My stop loss will be intact. So it has very good probability of going higher in the coming days since it has broken a multi-year channel. So what would be my stop loss and what would be my profit? So coming to weekly time frame, you can see this is the stock is in all-time high. So it has broken the very big channel. So there are no selling ranges in the higher side because it is already in the all-time high. So we cannot keep a perfect target for this stock, but as stop loss, we can keep our stop loss just below the line which I have drawn, where it is called as swing low, where previously the took support and it is going high. So we can keep our stop loss just below this line or below this trend line. Both will good do. And as I said, our target cannot be determined since it is in all-time high and going with which conviction we can hold on to the stock and can gain as much as possible. And if we see any weakness in the coming days, we can book our profits. Next thing I traded was in Tata Power. So Tata Power, you can see in monthly time frame this particular red line which I have drawn. So this was tested multiples of times, and even this particular uh, chart. What you see is a multi-year chart. So it was expanding, and it was testing this line again and again. And now, after this COVID fall, you can see the buying pressure. Buyers are so aggressive. See the way they are buying. See the way the price is going high. It is just climbing mountains vertically. So I felt seeing this much of bullishness in the stock, there is a very high probability and very high chance that this may give breakout on the higher side, which is also accompanied with a very good volume candle. So there's a very high chance it may give breakout on the higher side and can move higher somewhere to these ranges around 135 and 136 range. So our aim you will be reaching around 18% for a short term. So again, what could be our stop loss and So whenever I usually keep stop loss below the trend line or below the swing low. So when you come here, the swing low workouts to be somewhere here or here. So keeping below this line would be quite riskier. So I would keep my stop loss below this line, and I will hold on to this stock for the breakout. If in case the breakout fails, I'll exit the trade. But if the breakout sustains, it is going to blast on the higher side, since it is going to break the multi-year chart. And the short term, we can book the profits if it reaches 136, and we can hold on to it since it has that potential to give very good returns. And the third stock which I traded was Star Cement. Actually, as I have already explained you guys about this Star Cement, and has also made video about this particular stock in the YouTube, and also I have shared with you guys. And if you remember, I had given a question about this particular stock to find what pattern you see in the last, or I had asked something like, why do you think I have entered this stock? So many of you gave right answers by telling about this triangle pattern and the volume, something and all. But you can see the next day I bought, it was a very big red candle. I waited, and you can see again the retracement happened with low volume, and again it is started to go higher. So as soon as I saw a big green candle with good volume, I just went on to enter this trade with the strict stop loss and target. But since it is not in a all-time high, so it is considerably low when compared to the all-time high. So we can fix our targets and stop loss in this particular stock. So when it comes to stop loss, again below this trend line would be very good to keep our stop loss if it fails. And as target, we can see where sellers were previously very much active. So I think if it goes high, it has potential to touch this 138 somewhere near to 20%, 20-25%. So this is about Star Cement and the analysis of all three trades that I have taken today. So now I'll do IGL and as well as Castrol. So I had my eye on both of the stocks, and finally, once I got some funds in the account, I went on to buy IGL. So before that, I will try to explain the technicals in the IGL. So you can see there was a beautiful bull run, so very strong uptrend, and then you can see a triangle pattern, it's a consolidation with low volumes. So you can see and some indecisiveness here with consolidation, and you can see a red line over here basically acting as a resistance for the short term. So what I thought was, if in case this triangle pattern is broken with good volume, or if in case it closes above this red line, so there is a very high probable it is high probable that it is going to touch this region which I have marked, the uh, what I can sellers place or sellers reselling region or resistance, whatever it is. So it was very probable that it is going to go high at least to this levels. So this was one. Another was Castrol, and Castrol actually it is still a very good time to buy. So again, it was a very good breakout from this trend line and also from this channel pattern with good volumes. So anyways, I didn't initialize any positions in Castrol since again I didn't have any funds. So coming to IGL, so what I thought was exactly at this candle, you can see this hammer candle. So in the afternoon again, it was showing very good bullishness with you good volume. I bought somewhere here. So I bought somewhere here. I thought it is a very good opportunity and it may close higher and may go high even on the next days. But my view went wrong. So actually it came down and closed as an inverted hammer. So even though next day it was a pretty good consolidating, it didn't come down, but still my stop loss was somewhere below this red candle. My target was here. You can see my maximum reward was somewhere around 5%, and my risk was also around nearly 4.5%. So I was in this trade, and Castro I didn't take since I didn't have any funds. So suddenly I noticed another stock, Dish TV. So I was analyzing this, and in the weekly time frame I got to know. So after this huge downtrend, it was making some bullishness with this channel pattern, and I can see when there is a minor uptrend, it is with very good volumes. Here again good volumes, some minor bullish trend, good volume. Again when it goes higher, it is going with good volume. Whenever it is going higher, it is going with conviction. And also see the conviction in with bias, big red candles, and again almost at the time of breakout. Since you still the breakout has not happened here. It is almost at time of breakout. So what I saw was in a 2 hour time frame. So a beautiful flag pattern. So a pole here is the pole, and this is the flag. So it was consolidating with low volumes after um, forming a big green candle as well as volume candle. So exactly somewhere at 5:20 here. So I saw this pin bar and again the green candle. I thought it is very high probable that it can go break this flag pattern as well as the big weekly time patterns of this black trend line as well as this line, and it has very high chances of going higher. And the main reason why I opted to this stock compared to IGL, because you can see I entered here, but my uh, target, that is this red line, you can see the percentage that I am going to gain if this trade succeeds. It is nearly 25%. So if in case I go right, I will win 25%. If I go wrong, I lose around 6 or 5%. But in the case of IGL, if I go right, I earn 5%. If I go wrong, I also earn only 5%. So that is the main reason. Even after entering IGL, I closed the positions in IGL, booking around minor losses, and I simultaneously entered this TV somewhere at this point. So that's all about the two trades that are taken, that is IGL and this TV. Anyways, the IGL I have closed the position, and at present I'm only running with this TV. So that's the technicals of these two stocks.